I know it can get really frustrating if you have a thyroid issue. And if you have the question in your head that, wait, why is my thyroid not healing? Or what do I do to actually fix it? Well, then this video is for you. And even if you're someone who doesn't really suffer from it, but you're someone who wants to understand it better so that you can prevent this from happening to you, well, do continue watching till the end. Now, let's say that you are eating clean. Maybe you're even having gluten-free food, you've done your blood tests, or maybe you're already on or currently on your thyroid medicines, but somewhere you're still feeling off, you're feeling tired, bloated, maybe somewhere you're seeing or noticing that your hair is thinning, your mood is all over the place, no matter how much you sleep or whatever you do, and you're still waking up exhausted. It's like somewhere you're feeling that your body is working against you. Well, you are not alone, because 1 in 8 women today will develop a thyroid disorder in their lifetime. And nearly 60% of them don't even know it yet. And this is not just me, but there is a study in the American Thyroid Association to prove this. But here is something that no one tells you. The thyroid might not be the actual problem, it's the victim and not the criminal. So let me explain this to you. Now, most people treat their thyroid like it's this one broken part in the body, but the truth is that your thyroid is just one piece of that entire missing puzzle. Now, your thyroid is a gland that's just located somewhere around here behind your neck. And the cool thing is that it looks pretty much like a butterfly. And even though it's this tiny looking gland, trust me, it does a lot of work. And it is also responsible for controlling your weight loss and weight gain. So let's imagine or think that your body is a car and your thyroid is the engine. Now, if the engine is maybe acting up, would you only change the oil? No, I'm sure you would do much more than that. You will check the fuel, you will check the battery, you might even check the exhaust system and even the sensors that are there in the car. And the same goes with your body. Your thyroid depends on your liver, your gut, your stress response, and even your immune system. And if any of those break down at any point, your thyroid suffers. Now, here's a question that you should be asking. Why do some people develop thyroid issues and others don't? Well, it usually comes down to three things. One is genetics. Yes, if your grandma or your mom had thyroid issues, you are more likely to be sensitive to getting them. Number two is triggers. Things like your gut infections, chronic stress, mold, heavy metals, or even viruses like your Epstein-Barr. In fact, there are studies that show up to 80% of Hashimoto's cases have a viral trigger like Epstein-Barr, which is hiding pretty much in the background. So your immune system gets confused and it starts attacking the thyroid itself. And that's Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which causes over 90% of hypothyroidism cases. Yet most people don't even get tested for it. Number three is a sluggish liver and a leaky gut. Now here's something really wild. So your thyroid makes T4, but your liver converts it into the active form, which is T3. If your liver is overloaded with toxins, maybe you have inflammation, you literally can't make an active thyroid hormone. And same goes for your gut. 20% of your thyroid hormone conversion happens in the intestines. When your gut lining is damaged, aka a leaky gut, your immune system just goes into a panic mode. And then what it does is that it starts attacking its own tissues like the thyroid. In Ayurveda, this is nothing new. They have known it for pretty much thousands of years, I think longer than that. And they call these thyroid issues Roga of Avarodha, which means disease of obstruction, where the Agni or your digestive fire that you have is very low and your toxic buildup is really high, which blocks your system. And also, your throat energy or the throat chakra is generally stuck, or the energy around there is stuck. So, while modern medicine just focuses only on the TSH, Ayurveda will look at the entire ecosystem of your body, which is your digestion, your stress, your sleep, your suppressed emotions, or anything that you have deep down inside, everything. So let's do one thing. Let's get a little more practical. So how do you actually fix this? Here's a step-by-step healing roadmap with no nonsense, and let me try and give you a lot of clarity through this. Step one is heal your gut. And if you don't know, but over 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. And 80% of autoimmune thyroid cases like Hashimoto's are tied to a leaky gut. Now, if you think that's a coincidence, well, that's not a coincidence. So let's try and fix this. Firstly, eliminate gluten, dairy, and even refined sugar for a good 30 days. These cause gut permeability that allows the gut to absorb any substance or material, whether it's liquid or gases, and it lets it pass through it. And that is what permeability means. And let's take a very simple example. Imagine a sponge. Now, water can pass very easily through a sponge, making it permeable. But if I take a plastic sheet and I put water on it, it wouldn't allow water to pass through it, making it impermeable. So, whatever you do, just eliminate your gluten, dairy, and even your refined sugar for a good 30 days. Next is use Triphala at night, which is a blend of three fruits that gently detox the gut lining. Try to eat healing vegetarian foods like your khichdi, which is your moong dal khichdi, or any of those simple dals. Try to eat steamed vegetables or anything like your ash gourd soup or loki soup, and you can add a little bit of jeera in it. And also you can add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil maybe to your meals so that it can soothe your gut inflammation. Step 2 is support your liver. Remember, your liver converts T4 into active T3, and if your liver is sluggish, your thyroid will stay sluggish too. That is a given. And here's what will help your liver. Firstly, start your day with warm lemon water, and if you notice in most of my videos I say start with lemon water because trust me, it is fabulous. What you can also do is sip coriander seed tea throughout the day. You can just take 3 teaspoons of seeds steeped in like 1 liter of hot water. So that is great for you. And you can just sip little by little if you want throughout the day. Honestly, it's not really tasty as maybe your normal tea, but it's totally the right thing to do. Next is add guduchi powder. Now, you can get this on Amazon, and I will try and put a link for you in the description. But this thing is like an Ayurvedic liver detox herb. In fact, there is a 2010 study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology that found that guduchi reduced your liver toxicity and it improved your immunity in just a few weeks. And step 3 is to calm your nervous system. So if you have chronic stress, well, that increases cortisol, and cortisol directly blocks your thyroid hormone. In fact, studies show that high stress reduces T3 by up to 50%. So if you're overstressing, even if it is for your work, well, you know where that stress is going to come out from or where that stress is going to affect. And here's what to do. Firstly is do a 10-minute breath work. You can literally do any kind of breath work that you feel very comfortable doing or something that you find more easy to follow. I do have a video which could help you, so you can just follow that. Make sure that you get 15 minutes of sunlight and try to take a small walk in the morning. You honestly don't know the power of the sun and what it can do, so whatever you do, don't ignore this step. Next is use ashwagandha. Now, this has clinically proven because it is an adaptogen that reduces stress hormones and it also balances your thyroid. In fact, there is a 2018 study that showed that ashwagandha improved your T3 and your T4 levels significantly in hypothyroid patients after 8 weeks. Step 4 is rebuild nutrients. Now, thyroid function depends on key nutrients. One of them is selenium, which lowers your anti-TPO antibodies. And let's say if you take 2 Brazilian nuts maybe a day, that is already 200 mcg of selenium. Your next you have is zinc, and zinc is needed for hormone conversion, which is found in pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and even spinach. You also need iodine, so try to use Himalayan pink salt that you get and not the commercial iodized salt. Next, you also have tyrosin, which is an amino acid building block for your thyroid hormone, which is found also in your sesame seeds, your soy, your lentils, and even peanuts. Also, ask your doctor for a full thyroid panel, which is your TSH, free T3, free T4, reverse T3, and anti TPO antibodies, and not just your TSH. Step 5 is unblock your energy. Now, what I'm going to say is going to sound cuckoo or oddly funny to many, but hear me out. The throat chakra is tied to self expression. Now, I know that when it comes to modern medicine or modern science, they don't believe so much in this, and of course, that is their problem. But the ancient people always knew it and they knew it helped. So, I'm going to help you with that. Now, many people with thyroid issues report the feeling of feeling suppressed, unheard, or emotionally silenced. So I want you to try this. One thing you can do is you can do the Om chanting each morning. It is beautiful and it'll give your body great vibrations. And if you're feeling really heavy with your emotions, I would say write it down, or maybe you can journal what you've been holding back emotionally, or you can also do one thing is verbally, you can like talk to a friend and just make yourself feel lighter by just sharing something with someone really close, because it might not sound much, but that can do something phenomenal. Also, try practicing saying one truth daily, even if it's just telling that to yourself. I know you have questions on this, but for now, I would say just trust the process or just trust this process. So, what does a healing day look like for you? So, when you wake up in the morning, scrape your tongue, have warm lemon water, at least 15 minutes, as I said, of sunlight. Make sure you have ashwagandha or Brazil nuts, do a light yoga or a walk. In the afternoon, just try to have simple food like khichdi or moong dal with maybe your lauki. Just have your coriander seeds or fennel tea or cumin tea to support your liver. Have herbs. Do breathing, take breaks every 2 hours and practice breathing. And I'm sure you can at least spare 5 minutes to do that. It's not really a lot, and I'm not asking a lot. In the evening, just try to have something really light. So it could be your soups or something which is your steamed vegetables. So just make sure it's very light. Have trifala at bedtime and just make sure that your screens are off by 9 p.m. Because sleep is where all what you are going to do will start applying when you sleep. Also, if you are an alcoholic or you smoke a lot, stop both immediately. And also, as I said, gratitude journaling. So try to do that. You can talk to a friend, you can do something that makes you feel much more lighter. So try to do that as well. And if you feel like maybe you cannot or you don't have someone you can really share this to, you can even go to a therapist if you need to. And I know this can right now feel like a lot, but healing doesn't happen in one big leap. It happens in consistent little shifts. And here's the truth: you at any point were never broken, and your body was just a bit overwhelmed with everything happening, even with everything, including the damage that you did to it. And trust me on this, that your body has been doing everything it could to get your attention when it came to your thyroid, and your thyroid was trying to whisper this to you, but no one also taught you how to listen. So now you know. And if this video was helpful to you, or maybe you just know someone who has thyroid issues or is suffering from thyroid issues, please send this to them, because it's now time to stop guessing and it's time to start healing. And I'll see you in the next video. So until we meet again next, don't stress and be awesome. Rocher that.